On the Medical Watch, the first infusion of the newly approved and controversial Alzheimer's drug.
Medical reporter Dina Baer has the story.
After much criticism, the Food and Drug Administration pulls back on its blanket approval of the drug aducanumab, now saying it should only be given to certain Alzheimer's patients. The move comes as the first patient received the pricey medication here in Chicago. Here it is, the $56,000 a year Alzheimer's drug approved by the FDA in June. Some celebrated the announcement, others criticized the decision.
The mixed response goes back to study of this medication, and the study included two legs of the trial. One of them showed some benefits and another one didn't.
But after taking a closer look at the study data, the drug's maker, Biogen, resubmitted an application, citing a positive response in early-stage patients.
So we don't like stuff like that as physicians because it's kind of cherry-picking data. That being said, when you design studies, it's very difficult to predict what kind of outcome you can have. You like to think that you know everything, but you don't.
What Mahmoud Matadi's family knew was that the 86-year-old was slipping.
It happened like little by little. And then I noticed he does something, sitting long time, no talking, and kind of I thought maybe he's depressed. But then when we saw a doctor and, they said, yeah, he's going through the Alzheimer.
A little, sometimes a little, I have it, yes.
They hope aducanumab, now called Aduhelm, an antibody designed to clear amyloid plaque, a substance that accumulates in the brain of Alzheimer's patients, will help.
Having medication that can potentially slow down significantly is a good thing for not only patients but for their families.
But will insurance cover the high price tag? Today's dose was provided by Biogen, free of charge. Doctors are waiting for an official code before they can bill for the drug.
I would love to say that insurance must, but that would be not true. Insurance should cover the cost of the drug. Considering that there's no other option, considering that this is a medication that works in a very unique fashion by destroying amyloid plaque, I predict that most insurances will have to cover it.
When Aduhelm was given the green light, it was designated for all Alzheimer's patients. Today, the FDA clarifying that treatment should be initiated only for those with mild cognitive impairment or mild dementia. Dr. Cohen agrees the drug should not be used in later stage patients.
It's not only unethical, I think it would be also absolutely useless and very expensive. I truly believe, and data supports that the only people who will benefit from that are those who are in the early stages of dementia, those who might not even have actual dementia yet. They have something what we call mild cognitive impairment.
Despite the controversy, for Mahmoud and his family, the first of what will be monthly infusions is a step in the right direction. Aricept, the medication that he's been taking for 6 months, a drug designed to improve nerve cell function in the brain, but has no effect on amyloid buildup, has shown no benefit.
I was very happy we try it. Everybody's waiting for this drug. It's working well, but I hope it works.
If I am healthy, I have everything. If I'm not healthy, I have nothing.
The dose of the drug increases every month until patients reach the highest levels. And Biogen will have to keep submitting data as a condition of FDA approval. We'll continue to follow the course of the drug's rollout and whether it's ultimately approved by insurance. Back to you.